Is it possible to lose 40 pounds in 2 months just by starting your day with one specific drink? Well, that's the claim that's going completely viral across TikTok right now. Take a look.
Oat-Zempic.
Oat-Zempic.
This weight loss smoothie has been all over the internet.
Oat-Zempic.
It will help with weight loss because it's low calorie, but it's not a full complete meal.
So what are the ingredients in this drink that people are saying can help you lose over half a pound a day? The video showing the recipe has 4.7 million views right now. And compared to other weight loss trends, Oat-Zempic is pretty simple. All these videos claim all you need to do is drink a combination of oats, water, and lime juice blended together. This Oat-Zempic challenge is taking the internet by storm. Take a scroll through TikTok and you'll find tons of creators posting daily updates on their weight loss progress as they complete the challenge. And as it grows, more and more people are asking, does this actually work? And if so, how? Well, I tried it. And although I haven't lost any weight yet, I'm going to share the truth about Oat-Zempic and whether this drink is really a secret formula for weight loss. So make sure you keep watching. Hello and welcome back to my channel, team. My name is Andres, a registered dietitian and nutrition coach, and I am back with another reaction to a weight loss trend that is going viral on TikTok. On this channel, my goal is to make weight loss as simple for you as possible while keeping it based on science, which means sharing what works according to the latest research and peer-reviewed studies and scientific evidence. So when I hear a claim that a specific food is going to help you drop 40 pounds in 2 months, that sets up some alarm bells for me. Today, I'm going to explain exactly what will happen if you try the viral trend called the Oat-Zempic challenge and give you the definite answer on whether this drink has any special weight loss benefits. So let's start by watching the video that's currently sitting at 4.7 million views as we speak, which shows how to make the Oat-Zempic weight loss drink. You know what? I'm actually gonna make this. I'm gonna try this because I need to see what's so special about this mixture. I'll be back. Okay. No lime there. That was kind of weird. Now let's break this down starting with the name. Whoever came up with this was trying to give it a catchy name. That's a play on words with the weight loss drug Ozempic. Pretty clever really. So if you came up with this and you're watching this video, kudos to you. Now I love a non-drug approach to weight loss, but implying that a drink made of blended oats is going to have an impact that's comparable to a pharmaceutical can be pretty misleading. Oat-Zempic acts by regulating appetite and gastric emptying through a specific receptor known as the GLP-1 receptor. GLP-1 is a hormone that's released by the intestines in response to food intake, and it binds to the GLP-1 receptor that causes feelings of fullness. Oat-Zempic acts by binding to this receptor, causing you to feel fuller for longer after eating, which really results in eating less and therefore losing weight. But let's get back to the oats here for a minute. Oats actually has some great properties that make them a great option for people who are trying to lose weight. Specifically, oats contain a type of fiber called beta-glucan, which has been shown in multiple studies to help with appetite and weight management. Beta-glucans increase satiety, and they can also reduce hunger by forming a gel-like substance in the digestive tract. This really helps slow down the digestion process and helps you feel fuller and more satisfied for longer. So when you feel more full, you're likely to eat fewer calories and lose weight. When it comes down to the effects of GLP-1, beta-glucans themselves may not directly impact GLP-1 levels, but the slower the digestive process and absorption of carbohydrates facilitated by beta-glucans, it could potentially influence the release of GLP-1. However, more research is needed to understand this specific interaction that exists between beta-glucan and GLP-1. So the effects of feeling more full that comes with beta-glucans is similar to that of Ozempic, but once again, the impact of eating oats is not comparable to the effects of a drug, and it impacts fullness through a complete different mechanism. Now, beyond the effects on weight management, you may see when you add more oats to your diet, beta-glucans have other benefits as well, including better blood sugar regulation because of higher fiber content, increased insulin sensitivity, lower levels of LDL cholesterol, which is the bad type of cholesterol. They also have impacts on immune function, enhancing the activity of immune cells to help defend the body against infections and diseases. Now, if you're surprised to hear me say that oats have all these incredible benefits, you're probably not alone. Now, oats have been getting a ton of hate across social media lately from people like these two guys that I'm about to show you. And I'm also going to show you a really funny clip clip so you can understand exactly what I'm saying and what I'm doing. Let's take a look.
Oatmeal is peasant food. It's what they would feed the peasants just to keep them alive. But oatmeal sucks minerals out of your body because it's high in phytic acid, and it spikes your blood sugar more than ice cream. So I would rather give my kids my recipe for ice cream that's high in good protein, high in good fat, and high in even some sugar versus oatmeal. So it is not a superfood.
You'd rather give your kids ice cream instead of oats. That's insane. This guy, by the way, his name is Dave Asprey, and he's just one of those quacks out there. And there's this other guy who I reacted to in the past, named Paul Saladino, or Carnivore MD.
Fake health foods, oatmeal. You think this is the best breakfast ever. This is not the breakfast of champions.
This is not the breakfast of champions. Well, I don't think this guy actually would agree. Let's take a look at Mary Spano. She is a registered dietitian, and she made a clip with this, also clipping somebody else in it. Let's take a look.
This is not the breakfast of champions.
Eat for breakfast before your race.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
This is Eliud, which, you know, basically has one of the biggest records and one of the more greatest marathon runners in the world. And he set a bunch of records in Berlin, which is insane. And he eats oatmeal every morning. I could honestly make a whole video on why this is nonsense. And that is something that I will definitely do at some point. But I'll just say that anyone who claims oats are unhealthy, it's simply not looking at the scientific evidence. Oats are packed with nutrients just beyond the beta glucans I just mentioned. And I personally eat them almost every day as a dietitian. By the way, if you haven't checked out my video on how I make breakfast for the whole week in under 10 minutes using oats, make sure you go to it next. It's linked in the description box below. So you don't need to pay attention to all these guys and clowns trying to fearmonger on social media, but it's important to add here that blending them into this Oat-Zempic drink isn't going to have an effect on your weight that is any different than simply having a bowl of oats in the morning. Now, as far as the lime juice in this drink, there's no evidence to suggest that this has any impact on weight management. It seems to me like this would just make your oat drink taste kind of gross, which it actually did. Now, it was kind of okay. So I'm not really sure why it's included here. I saw this one comment on a video that I had a really good laugh about. Check it out.
How does this even work? Someone please explain this to me.
Well, you see, the oats mixed with lime become lime oats and then taste like lime. This causes the oats to be lime flavored. Hope this helps.
So nothing about the ingredients in this drink has the capability to cause drastic weight loss. But if you take a quick scroll through TikTok, you'll see some people, whether it's in videos or in the comments, saying that the Oat-Zempic challenge worked for them wonders. So if you're asking yourself, well, what's going on there? Well, let me give you my take. I think most likely people who are losing weight are eating less overall, possibly because of the extra fiber or just because they're replacing a higher calorie breakfast with this Oat-Zempic drink. They could also be making better decisions through the day because they're trying something new and they feel more motivated. But think about it, this drink probably has less than 150 calories, I believe it is. So when you're replacing that with the previous breakfast you were having at Starbucks that had 500 to 600 calories, you're going to have a massive reduction on the amount of calories you're consuming. I mean, think about it. If you have 40 pounds to lose, you know logically you need to make some changes to the way you eat. Having a higher fiber breakfast in the morning, that doesn't sound fun or cool enough though. You want to have something catchy or something cool that has a crazy claim, and you're most likely going to start that tomorrow. Now, this one comment here really sums it up. She says, I did it in 2019 and lost over 60 pounds, but I was eating healthy and also doing exercise. So was it the drink or was it the fact that you made a lot of changes into your lifestyle? If you just add this drink to your diet with no other changes, you're most likely experience no weight change, or you could even gain weight if you're adding this on top of everything you're currently doing, which is not likely what's going to happen. But it will if you're adding more calories on a daily basis. Let's go back to the basic science of weight loss for a minute. In order to lose weight, you need to create a calorie deficit, which can be done by eating less calories, burning more calories daily, or a combination of both. When you're in that calorie deficiency state or calorie deficit, your body uses your stored fat for energy, and that's why you lose weight. I have talked about this ad nauseum. Anything that helps you create that deficit will support weight loss. So replacing a higher calorie breakfast with a lower calorie one and eating less total calories throughout the day because you feel fuller on a higher fiber diet will allow you to stay in that deficit and lose weight. So that woman who said she lost 60 pounds did it through exercise and healthy eating. She just happened to also be having this drink at the same time, which most likely helped her really curb her hunger in the morning and helped her eat less. The truth is, people love to package up these little tricks and methods to simplify weight loss and go viral on social media. So while this drink is one way to get fire in the morning, it is not a magic fix and it's no different from having a good old bowl of oatmeal in the morning, or like me, some overnight oats. Plus, I'm gonna give you a bonus tip here. If you're really committed to trying a blended oat drink, at least add some some protein to it, and that will increase fullness even more. Also, can we just take out the lime? I'm sure it'll taste a lot better and you don't necessarily need to add it. And then you're just simply gonna have a balanced breakfast smoothie, which isn't really going to make you lose 40 pounds in 2 months, but it's actually going to help you. Now let's talk about weight loss speed and all those different things. Can you lose 40 pounds in 2 months? You can, but I'm not a big fan of doing something so fast. In fact, we have currently a client who is on track to losing 40 pounds in 2 months. Now, I actually had to tell him, hold your horses. He went from 225 pounds and he's currently sitting at 205 pounds. Was it because he was having this drink? No. He made a massive change into his lifestyle, starting off with starting to incorporate more hikes, a lot of biking, a lot of walking, a lot of running, so higher amounts of exercise while consuming over 2,000 calories on a daily basis. Massive change in his lifestyle that is creating some of these results. Anyone who tells you that you can lose weight that quickly and sustain it, in most cases is probably lying to you, or they're doing some pretty extreme things, just like I mentioned, to really help them get there. Now, we'll be clear, if this works for you because it's a good breakfast replacement, you like the name of it, you like the idea of a challenge, and you want to do it, and it helps you curb your hunger and makes you feel fuller longer, I'm all for it. My problem isn't really with the challenge or the drink. The problem is when people do not understand the principle by which something will give them a specific result or goal. But that brings us to the end of today's video. If you have more questions about Oat-Zempic or Oat-Zempic for all it matters, then make sure you leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. By the way, if you want a great way to eat oats that is not a blended drink, I mentioned my overnight oats recipe a little bit earlier. I have a killer recipe for it. It's inside my free 50 recipe cookbook. This is the recipe I use almost every day, so if you want to access it, you can get a copy of my cookbook at the link in the description box below. Finally, make sure you hit subscribe because I'll be back next week with a brand new video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, for your support. I'll see you in the next video.